Have you noticed that the latest smart devices don't really talk much about getting thinner or making huge hardware leaps anymore? That's because smartphones have pretty much reached the practical limit for slim designs. With so little room left inside, brands now have to make better use of every bit of space. Since hardware upgrades are becoming harder to achieve, software has naturally become the next big battleground. Vivo is following the same strategy with the new X Fold 6. Alongside the launch, the company introduced its new OriginOS Fold experience, putting software front and center. So what exactly makes this Fold version special? That's what we're exploring in today's video. Of course, the X Fold 6 isn't just about software. As an upgraded model, it also brings plenty of hardware improvements. We'll go through everything in detail, and by the end, you can decide for yourself whether Vivo is heading in the right direction.
A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content.
Since software is the main highlight, let's begin there. On the X Fold 6, Vivo introduces the new Atomic Workbench, which lets you run up to 5 apps at the same time. You can switch between your primary apps with a single tap, while dragging and dropping files, photos, and documents between apps feels very similar to the multitasking experience on an iPad. This time, Atomic Workbench also introduces a new parallel mode. A simple 3-finger swipe upward transforms the layout into a 4-window workspace, allowing 4 different apps to appear on one screen simultaneously. There's no need to constantly switch between apps, so every bit of screen space is used efficiently. You're free to resize and reposition each window however you like, and even the return gesture area has been carefully organized for a cleaner experience. So where does this actually become useful? Recently, I've found plenty of situations. Imagine watching the World Cup on your phone. Normally, if you want to chat with friends or check live match statistics, you often have to keep jumping between apps. With Atomic Workbench, everything stays on one screen. You can enjoy the match, chat with friends, check the latest stats, and even keep player ratings visible at the same time. Of course, I doubt the engineers who created this feature were specifically thinking about the World Cup, but it definitely shines in light productivity as well. For example, I often write articles on my computer, but when inspiration suddenly strikes, I usually grab my phone to jot things down. With the new 4-window layout, I can research, take notes, and organize information without constantly switching apps and losing my train of thought. And it's not only useful for work. Here's an even more practical example. During the recent shopping festival, I opened multiple shopping platforms side by side to compare prices in real time, making it much easier to decide where to buy and which deals were actually worth paying for. This 4-screen layout really takes advantage of a foldable display and pushes multitasking to another level. But from past experience, a feature's success isn't only about what it can do. It also depends on how quickly people can access it. Vivo clearly considered that. You can activate Atomic Workbench in several ways, including a gentle folding gesture, a 3-finger swipe up, a diagonal swipe from the bottom right corner, or simply tapping to launch it. You can even save customized layouts for quicker access later. And there's more. Atomic Workbench also introduces extra controls. With a single tap, all your apps rotate clockwise through the layout. If displaying 4 apps at once feels too busy, you can switch to focus mode. In this mode, your main app expands while the remaining apps stay tucked neatly to the side, ready whenever you need them. The interface should be pretty familiar to many users. Next up is the new AI Meeting Assistant. It doesn't just record meetings, it also converts everything into text, identifies different speakers, and organizes the conversation into a structured outline. That makes reviewing an entire meeting much faster and far more convenient. Even more impressive is the AI Insight feature. It analyzes the flow of the discussion, interprets what each participant is really trying to communicate, and even identifies the underlying intentions behind their words. It's surprisingly good at understanding conversations in social context, making the generated summaries much more meaningful. Its AI summary feature is equally impressive. After just a few minutes, it automatically creates a complete overview of the meeting, highlighting the important points, conclusions, and assigned tasks so clearly that it almost feels like it's worried you might miss something. There are even 6 built-in summary templates to choose from, and English speech recognition works just as well. So with the X Fold 6, it almost feels like you can relax a little during meetings. Just hope your manager doesn't suddenly ask you a question halfway through. The X Fold 6 also introduces a brand new desktop mode. Connect it to an external monitor using a USB-C or HDMI connection, and the interface transforms into something that genuinely feels like a desktop computer. It supports keyboards, mice, PC-style operation, and WPS Office, making short writing tasks and basic office work surprisingly comfortable. Another major highlight is its improved connectivity with Apple devices. Beyond the existing support for phone calls, messaging, and WeChat integration, iPhone users can now send PDF files directly to the X Fold 6 for viewing on its much larger display. Documents that are uncomfortable to read on a small phone suddenly become much easier to handle on the foldable display. So, when are you installing OriginOS on your iPhone? I've also heard that the X Fold 6 is expected to receive a future OTA update bringing Vivo Cloud PC support. Essentially, it would allow remote desktop access with one-click control. If that feature arrives as expected, it could become one of the most exciting additions yet. Now, let me start with a bold statement. I think the X Fold 6's has the best-looking design among foldable phones this year. Whether you agree or completely disagree, let me know your opinion in the comments. The biggest visual change is its larger, rounded corners. It may seem like a small adjustment, but it gives the phone a softer, more refined appearance compared to many other foldables. There are no flashy decorations or oversized branding across the body, just a clean, minimalist design. And honestly, simple designs tend to age the best. The blue version we have here uses a glass finish called Blue Hole. Personally, I think the name fits quite well. Maybe the white version could be called Blizzard, while the black one deserves a name like Jade Wall. What do you think? The camera module remains quite similar to the Fold 5, keeping the familiar 2.5D design with its signature layout. At the same time, the Fold 6 still carries that premium, understated look. The matte finished frame is another welcome touch and feels great in the hand. Overall, the build quality leaves a very impressive impression. You can decide your own rating, but I think the texture and finish are excellent. Since this version uses a glass back, it doesn't chase the absolute lightest weight. It comes in at around 235 grams, with a folded thickness just under 1 centimeter. If you're looking for an even lighter and slimmer experience, Vivo has also prepared 2 lighter back panel options that bring the overall feel much closer to holding a traditional smartphone.
One thing I noticed right away is that the physical shortcut button removed from the Ultra model is actually still available on the new X Fold 6. The only downside is that it sits a little higher on the frame, so reaching it isn't always the most comfortable. On the bright side, Vivo has seriously improved durability. The Fold 6 supports multiple levels of dust and water resistance, and it also addresses one of the biggest complaints about foldable phones, their performance in freezing weather. This model is designed to keep working in temperatures as low as -20 degrees Celsius, so whether you're traveling to Moha or dealing with the harsh winters of Northeast China, the Fold 6 offers much more confidence than previous generations. For a foldable phone, that's a really impressive level of toughness. Since this is a foldable device, the display naturally plays a huge role, and Vivo definitely didn't cut any corners here. The outer display uses the brand new BOE Q11 panel, which is something we haven't seen before. Even the X100 Ultra uses the older Q10 Plus panel. The inner display is even more impressive, going head-to-head with Samsung's M14 technology. We've already seen how capable this panel is on the iQOO15, especially when it comes to brightness and visibility. Both the inner and outer displays can manually exceed 800 nits, and under peak brightness, they can go beyond 2000 nits. Yes, even the internal folding screen now reaches that impressive 2000 nit level. Power efficiency is excellent on both displays, and they also feature low brightness, high frequency PWM dimming for a more comfortable viewing experience. Another major upgrade comes in the battery department. Vivo has increased the battery capacity from the previous generation to a massive 7,000 mAh, which is outstanding for a foldable phone. During our testing, even after using the inner display for the entire session, there was still around 58% battery remaining. Compared to the X Fold 5, that's a huge improvement and gives you a much stronger sense of confidence throughout the day.
Charging remains familiar with 80-watt wired and 40-watt wireless. This time, Vivo also includes a thoughtful 100-watt USB-C charger in the box. That single charger is powerful enough to handle not only the phone, but also compatible tablets and even some laptops. In our real-world test, a full wired charge took about 57 minutes. If that still feels a bit slow, hopefully Vivo will introduce a 90-watt or even 100-watt charging solution in the future. Last year, the X Fold 5 came with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, a choice that left many people scratching their heads. This year, the X Fold 6 switches to the brand new Dimensity 9500 Super Edition flagship processor. The biggest improvements with this version are focused on AI capabilities. As for everyday performance, I really don't have any concerns. The phone can launch 30 apps in around 2.5 minutes, while successfully keeping 29 of them running in the background. The only time I noticed a slight frame drop was during an extreme multitasking scenario when downloading several apps simultaneously inside Atomic Workbench. Under normal use, performance is consistently smooth. Features like the X-axis linear motor and dual speakers are naturally included as well. The only small issue is that both speakers are positioned in the same direction, so I usually rotate the phone to enjoy a proper stereo effect while watching videos or listening to music. The X Fold 6 continues to use a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. Unlocking is quick and reliable, but it's also a little too sensitive at times. Personally, I still miss the dual ultrasonic fingerprint sensors found on both the inner and outer displays of the X Fold 3 Pro. Hopefully, Vivo decides to bring that feature back in the future. Now let's move on to the cameras. In terms of hardware, the Fold 6 remains one of the strongest foldable phones available. The biggest highlight is its 200-megapixel Samsung HPB sensor. If you've ever struggled with blurry details and things like trees or textured surfaces, simply switching to the 200-megapixel mode makes a noticeable difference. Vivo's image processing is also very consistent, making it easy to capture great-looking photos in almost any situation. The periscope telephoto camera uses the LYT602 sensor, which offers only a tiny improvement over the LYT600, roughly 0.3%. Realistically, you can think of it as being in the same class. Thanks to its dual sensor setup, zoom performance from 3x all the way to 10x is excellent. The large aperture also helps significantly in low light conditions, and Vivo has added macro shooting support, making it perfect for photographing flowers, plants, and small objects. Overall, it's a very capable and flexible telephoto camera for a foldable phone. The ultra-wide camera, however, isn't quite as impressive. Its 16mm focal length provides a narrower field of view than some competitors, so when photographing tall buildings or large landscapes, you'll often find yourself taking a few extra steps backwards. I also noticed that the camera app still doesn't include a dedicated street photography mode or a professional video mode. Interestingly, those features were also missing from both the X Fold 5 and the X Fold 3 Pro. What surprised me most was support for Vivo's external telephoto lens system. Yes, foldable phones can now use it too. With the dedicated premium phone case attached, the X Fold 6 can connect directly to Vivo's new G2 telephoto lens. That's a really exciting addition for foldable phone users because it gives them a serious advantage when shooting concerts or distant subjects. For video recording, the main camera supports 4K at 120 FPS, while the other two rear cameras record up to 4K at 60 FPS. Video quality has always been one of Vivo's strengths, so color reproduction and dynamic range remain excellent. The only limitation is that both front-facing cameras are restricted to 1680p at 30 FPS. If you're planning to vlog, using the rear cameras will still give you much better results. Hopefully, this is something Vivo improves in the next generation. Overall, compared with the X Fold 5, the X Fold 6 delivers major upgrades in performance, battery life, and display quality. In my opinion, the only thing keeping it from feeling like a true pro device is the lack of ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. That said, this isn't a problem unique to Vivo. Most foldable phones still don't offer that feature. After looking at several foldable phones released this year, it's becoming clear that hardware innovation is reaching a plateau. Pushing even more powerful components into these devices would likely increase their weight and thickness, taking the category backward rather than forward. Because of that, manufacturers need to find new ways to improve the overall experience. This time, Vivo has chosen to focus on software. Atomic Workbench may not be the ultimate solution for multitasking on foldables, but it makes much better use of the large display and feels significantly more intuitive than the previous dual-window approach. Personally, I think Vivo has taken the right direction with the X Fold 6. As foldable phone prices continue getting closer to those of traditional flagship smartphones, software innovation could be the key to attracting a much wider audience. So now I'm curious, are you already using a foldable phone or are you still waiting to make the switch? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.